Hello, test 1 2 1 2. Just checking the sound is okay, and then we can start with the race. Okay, sound seems okay. So we can start with Paris-Camembert today. Um, French classic, but hilly. But the main favorite, of course, is Arnaud Delis, who can get over some hills and has, of course, a very good sprint at the end. But we also have Alex Zangle, Vincenzo Albanese, Jacob Vogelsang, Thibonets, who might try and do something. Amaury Capillo, Kevin Vignettes, Chris Nederlands, Alessandro Fedeli, and Milan Menten for Road to Destiny, who will probably be a helper today, of course, of Arnaud Delis. So we can start with the race, 195 kilometers. 100, yeah, yeah, amazing. So, yeah, we can start with the race today. So we are at the start of today's race, Paris-Camembert, with some cobbles at the beginning, but nothing major. So that shouldn't really make a difference today. In the start list, we have a lot of great riders and complete teams with even some outsiders. I think like Albanese can really try to do something, even if he is a bit lower on the standings. Um, Also, Squeens is really hyped. Vignette's also really strong rider, so they can try something even if they are not the main favorites of today. And we have already attacked from the start. A lot of riders trying to get in the breakaway, of course, but I think it's too many riders. So yeah, they are called it again. That was the last of the cobbles, I think, for today. Once again, a lot of riders trying to get into the break of today. But and also Wout van Mechelen, who is trying, but I'm not really willing to let the break go at this moment. Once again, a lot of riders trying to get in a breakaway, but I think this is who the 9 riders that are up front now will make the break of today. We have in the first group Christensen, Plamondon, Pitcock, and Muff. Also in the second group, Krul, Loke, Van Mechelen, Levy, and Pollevliet. So these 9 riders will make up the breakaway of today, and we have 2 riders from Colo Quick. So yeah, it's the boring middle part, I think. We'll see when the action really begins. In the peloton, we have Israel, Lotto, of course, Eolo, Cofidis, and Shimano trying to control the breakaway. The break gets like 5 minutes at the moment. So let's see how long they can hold on in this race. It's also raining, so in the hilly part that may lead to some crashes. Let's hope no one gets really hurt or has to abandon this race. Gap is slowly coming down as we are entering the circuit part of the race, which is like a lot of circuits, a lot of turning, of course. And some steeper climbs. We have this one maybe steepest, although at the end we have also 12.5% max for some climbs. Also the Côte Lavenière can be steep, is somewhat steep. Maybe this was the steepest of them all, but the peloton gets over it no problem. And we have the first crash from Robin Froidevaux. This one is also pretty steep, but brake gets over it no problem. In the peloton, we have a flat tire for Capio and a small gap between the first 21 riders and the rest of the group. A lot of riders that aren't with the first group, of course. Even further back, there are gaps appearing. Molano, the right Molano here at the back. So yeah, they are really gaps opening up after the hills now. This is a treacherous climb, but so the first part and then another steep part at the end. And the peloton will probably break again in the downhill, maybe. Yep. 21 riders who are behind. They will probably won't fight for a stage win, while still Shimano, Israel, Cofidis, and Elo and Lotto putting a high tempo in the peloton. Only 45 kilometers left and 2.5 minutes for the break, while Sweeney attacks. That's probably just Patat. Not really helpful, but too early probably. And the Paladin chases him down, of course. So attack neutralized. We have Forever who's empty. Also Dalgosu starting to feel his legs. Yeah, working all day at the front probably. So we have another crash. Jamaica won't be able to continue on. So he will have to abandon this race. He abandoned, and we have now a bigger gap on 44 people in the peloton, but the gap is closed again, right in front of this two-step line that the riders will have to do once again. Big favorites are, of course, at the front, with the leanness, Albanese, Chinyets, Fuglsang, all really at the front. And then a lot of riders that are further back. And then we have Ryan Mullen behind now. Sepulveda. And even more riders here. Most of the Medellin team is at the back. And it will be hard for these guys to get back to the front of the peloton while we enter the last lap with the breakaway. Only 21 kilometers to go, and they have 1 minute and 1 minute and 20 seconds. There are some attacks in the peloton, but they don't really get far, while Muff has to let the breakaway go. Also, Lamont Tom now attacked by Zangler. Screens Albanese, Caprio, Echo gets the ball. Fuglsang tried to follow, but Albanese screens and Zangler get the gap. The lead trying to cross towards the three riders, also Caprio and gets the ball. Now behind, Shimano has to put in a high tempo. These six riders are together now. The question is, will they bring Arno the lead towards the finish? Or will they just wait for backup? Sanger trying again, the lead following. Now Pibonès trying to get away, but he doesn't. We have Levy, Van Mechelen, and Lauk still in front of the peloton. Now Mozzato and the lead is following every attack he can. Also Capio trying to follow. Now we have 8 riders who are away. Ness trying to keep this attack going, but they are caught again. Chignetz is still here. Podistella, Menton also, Sweeney. A lot of riders still left. Also Arkea has some riders here, and then behind Molenaar, Alexi Renard, Hallerstedt, and even more riders who are behind. And another attack by Fuglsang this time. Zangle, the lead Albanese following. Nes trying to get away now. He doesn't really get a gap, but they are at the top with 5 runners. But Peloton is back. Screens now trying to get away, but most riders are following him. We are over the last climb, so now it's downhill and sprint. Only 5 kilometers left. And an attack by Thibaut. Screens following. Fuglsang tries to follow. Screens Fuglsang Zangle. And behind it's Signes trying to close this gap down, but maybe they won't manage. Nes trying to stay away. Final 1.5 kilometers. The lead is a bit further down, but let's see after this turn who is the fastest, and it's pretty clear. Arnaud Delis wins Paris-Camembert in front of Alex Sangles, Tom Screens, Fuglsang, Thibaut. Albanese gets 6th, Eekhoff 7th, Vignets 8th, Abrahamsen 9th, and Petit 10th. Really strong sprint by Arnaud Delis, who also followed like every attack. So he must have had a strong day today. So the Lewans are in front of Zangler and Screens, and in team classification, Israel first. So we have one DNF from Netherlands. Okay, thank you all for watching this short stream. But yeah, tomorrow I think we will do Amstel Gold Race tomorrow, but not me who is streaming it and simulating it. Bye.